Oh shit, what's up, y'all? Cattle Prod back, Appalachian Warlord, playing some fucking death metal. Gonna talk about some weird shit. Actually, I'm gonna read some comments today. Like I said, if I'm not commenting on your comments, it's because I'm gonna bring it up. And y'all got some good ones for me the other day, man, when I talked about non-metal influences. Ooh, some of y'all brought up some fun stuff. Gotta have your death metal in your coffee. That is how you fucking start the day. Start the day with a good hearty breakfast. Lots of protein, lots of carbs. I like potatoes and eggs, man. Well, a lot of shit, jalapenos and everything. I have a nice hearty breakfast because I gotta go out there and work and get shit done. Gotta get shit done in that fucking garden, get shit planted. Got wild blackberries, raspberries coming in. Gotta prune that shit so they come in all nice and healthy. We got blackberry preserves last year. Oh, blackberry pies, all wild grown. Oh, man. It's all wild grown. I just kind of harvest, I kind of cultivate the area so that it allows it to grow and stuff like that, and I just kind of let it take its course. Not the sweetest blackberries in the world, but they're wild, and they're delicious. Fuck the city. So glad I left the cities. Anyways, y'all don't want to hear that shit? Fucking crazy motherfucker talk about fucking with cops. Talk about death metal. I know what y'all like. I do have a story about a cop that I keep meaning to tell and I keep forgetting it. I'm going to try to do another video with that one in there. But I want to do these comments. This is really good. Oh, just so y'all know, I do these. I batch these motherfuckers out. So if you're seeing me, all I'm doing is changing the t-shirt. Changing my t-shirt. You can tell when I'm cutting my videos because I'll change this. If you don't see this change because they were cut in one batch. It's the only way I can do this, y'all. I just don't have I have to, my time is valuable. So I just sit down and crank these out for like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. You can go upload them, schedule them. So, and if you don't hear from me, guys, I don't get to the internet very often. I got a lot of shit going on and my time is... I got my day pretty well busy and shit. Although I do like popping an edible and talking to y'all because shit's funny as hell. Just don't have any. I need to get some. Oh my god, I've been like 3 days without anything. Just my coffee. Anyways, what are we listening to? This is Impiety, Skullf fucking Armageddon. Some fucking sick shit right here, dude. We just started off at the top. We're at the top track. I'll even admit the sound quality varies from song to song. But it's good, y'all. Oh, yeah. I probably showed this off before, but... listen to it. Talk about shit. Impiety. Skullf fucking Armageddon. Listen to it. Listen to anything by Impiety. I got the Impiety Abhorrence split. The Abhorrence tracks are so good. Justin. We need Abhorrence. Oh, I got some new books. For y'all 40K motherfuckers, I got Betrayer. Ooh, I got some other ones too. I just started reading this. Ooh. Angron is an asshole. I don't like Angron now. I'm that far into the book and I hate Angron. Like, I didn't think I would like him, but I really don't like him. I always thought, World Eaters or Iron Warriors? Who do you think is the most hardest to get along with? And we can't say Night Lords. No Night Lords. But seriously, Iron Warriors, World Eaters. I don't know who's worse, Perturabo or Angron, man. They're both kind of cantankerous assholes. That's enough of that. Dead by Dawg. I know I showed this before, showing it again. Waiting on my order from Hails Headbangers. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm doing this just because I like metal. Justin's a cool guy, and this show is going to be fucking badass. Oh, it's going to be so good. Let's do those comments. I was going to look over here. I don't know why. There's nothing over there for me. It's all right there. All right, first up, Suicidal Grind. Suicidal Grind got us some good ones. Non-metal influences. Wow, man. So you got Rush. Rush. Musicianship-wise, that's a pretty talented band. Kind of innovative in some of their songwriting a little bit, you know. Spirit of the Radio. That's a fun one. That's a fun song. Rush is... I wouldn't jam it, but they're not bad. I don't hate Rush. That vocalist gets on my nerves after a while. Falsetto singing can just grate me sometimes. But he's got Yes. I don't know who Yes is. I don't know anything about Yes. His next one was Genesis. Recording-wise, studio-wise, recording techniques, Genesis was cutting fucking edge. Remember when they were doing that stuff? That was back in the 2-inch magnetic tape days. Yeah, they had multi-track recording, but it was done on 2-inch tape. Magnetic tape. That shit was impressive. I would never say, hey man, put on some Phil Collins or Genesis. I would never say that. But if it comes on, it's like, damn, that guy knew what he was doing. All the guys in there. Sting was the bass player, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then you got Jethro Tull and Pink Floyd. Fucking hate those bands. I literally do. I hate Jethro Tull and I hate Pink Floyd, which is kind of sad because they're scary. Because my wife loves Jethro Tull. That dude plays like clarinet or flute or some bullshit, and she played that, or still does actually. She plays a couple of wind instruments, recorder. She's got 10 flutes and shit like that. So yeah, nice summer days. I'll be out working and she'll be out playing her thing. It's awesome. Yeah. But I can't stand. But actually, Jethro Tull's got some good songs when the dude isn't singing. And honestly, that goes the same for a lot of bands. If the singer wouldn't sing, Robert Plant, Geddy Lee, the Jethro Tull singer, that's 3 singers right there. Lose them, just have the band. Yeah. This is why metal is so fucking good. With decent singers, decent vocalists, and not this bullshit. Anyway, so you like the classic prog. So Suicidal Grind likes the classic prog rock stuff. Not a single good day without metal, though. I hope so. My day's always metal. That stuff right there, I'd never listen to it. Now, if it came on and I couldn't do anything about it, I'd just suck it up. But Rush and Genesis would be the 2 ones I'd be like, alright, at least these guys knew what they were doing. Anyway. Suicidal Grind, thanks for the comment, buddy. Thanks for sharing with the class your influences there. Your non-metal ones. Thank you. Who we got here? The German guy who's not German. He's back again. Talks about screaming fucking Aerosmith. Okay, so he's got some young guy. They're in a metal show. A black metal show. Good. Some young kid, 21 to 25, is bringing up Ghost. Yeah, fuck yeah, I would lash out at that kid too. I run into that all the time. It's like, man, I'm into Ghost. And I'm like, dude, that's not metal. That's like hard, gloomy hard rock. Not metal. Kiddie pool. Get the fuck away from me. I have literally told people like, that is intro stuff. It's weak. It's mass produced. It's for the masses. Ghost sucks. Fuck Ghost. I listened to like a half a song and I was like, I'm never going to listen to this shit again. So he screams at the guy. What do you what the young guy's like, what do you listen to? He's like, fucking Aerosmith! I could just imagine the German guy doing this, like, screaming fucking Aerosmith. Like, that's harder than fucking Ghost. If you look at the context of some of Aerosmith's lyrics, especially Pink, the song they do, Pink, yeah, guys, that's about really bad things. That's not a friendly song. That's a very bad song. Watch the video. That's about very, very dark, very bad things, so... Aerosmith, the Moloch-worshipping baby sacrificers. I hope you go to fucking hell, Aerosmith. I really do. So, you listen to Queen. I don't think we're allowed to make fun of Queen. I just don't... I don't like all Queen songs, but... that operatic style, what was that other operatic band that came out? I don't know that shit. But anyways, Queen started that operatic style, that big sound. Openly gay and shit like that in the 70s. Yeah, that's some hardcore shit right there. Queen, alright. I don't like all of it, but yeah. He's got Meatloaf. Wow. Dude, you admit Meatloaf. I will give Meatloaf this. Meatloaf is a caricature of a rock star. He's a caricature of a rock star who's actually a real guy. Like, he's kind of very meta. Like, you wouldn't think... I don't want to take the dude seriously. Oh, you're not supposed to. But that's what's the charm about him. Meatloaf was in Fight Club. He was Robert Paulson. Meatloaf's fucking metal. After that, Meatloaf is now metal. He did a few other movies and wasn't awful in them. I would never jam his music, but as for a dude doing all the stuff he did, you know, cheers to that. You got Scorpions. I've heard Scorpions, I don't like them. I've heard the songs, I do not care for Scorpions. Alice Cooper, I don't dig it. Skid Row, out of that era of the glam rock, glam metal, I mean, those guys were young and living that life. People tell me they like Skid Row, I'm like, yeah, I can see it. Whitesnake, no man, no, not ever. Twisted Sister. Hey, did you see that Dee Snider? He did a horror movie or something like in like the 90s, and it had like a cool soundtrack. It was like cool for the time. Like Sepultura was on it or something, like, or Soulfly or something. Yeah, Deftones was on it, but like a bunch of those new metal bands were on it. I mean, it was kind of a cool movie because he was like had half his face was tattooed and shit. I'm like, man, if Dee Snider just lived like that character lived, I'd respect Dee Snider like 1,000 times more. I don't disrespect him. You know, he tried to help out with Frank Zappa and the PMRC, Parental Music Resource Center. That's when they put the parental advisory sticker on albums because they were dangerous for kids. You know, these guys went out in Senate floor and like talked about how like that would hurt their music, but it did the opposite. If you had the parental advisory, your album sold like hotcakes. So that is just fun history, musical history. Yeah. You've got Dokken. I don't even know what the fuck Dokken is. And Loudness. Never heard of them. You say you glam rock canoeness. There's some glam rock bands out of like the LA Dolls is one of them, and I think England. In England, there was a lot of glam rock bands in the 70s. Look into that, because some of those bands, I know it's glam rock guys, and you're probably giving me shit for it, but there were some of those bands were like really, really talented, really, really good, really entertaining, but they all got like heroin and died. So if you've heard of glam rock and the list here, you don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. Go listen to the stuff where all the artists are dead from heroin usage. That's the real glam rock. That's the cool shit. That's the shit you should be listening to. Actually listening to. And you own all the tapes of this shit. And the tapes still work. That's impressive. That's kind of the way to live the life. You're living the life here. He also mentions Frank Zappa, which is cool because Frank Zappa, Twisted Sister, actually has a connection there, at least in the business side. Frank Zappa, I never dug the music, but that guy, and then Terry Bozzio, his drummer, those guys were avant-garde geniuses. I didn't really care for the music, but musicianship, skill-wise, skill playing, these guys are amazing. Duran Duran. Hey man, I was a kid in the 80s, I know who Duran Duran is. Tears for Fears. Yeah man, I don't hate these bands, but they're not something I would pick. Bowie, David Bowie? Fuck David Bowie. I fucking never got that bullshit. Fuck David Bowie. Weird. It's not even weird anymore. Just over the top for the sake of being over the top. Forget David Bowie, G.G. Allen, Seth Putnam. Replace all your David Bowie with Seth Putnam and G.G. Allen. I just did you a favor. Bauhaus? Okay, Bauhaus was like legit gothic, that old school, gloomy, dark, proto-industrial rock, or industrial-esque rock. Bauhaus legit just for being like OG goths. And back in the day, goths used to be dangerous. You did not fuck with goths back in the 80s. Those guys were fucking dangerous. They would kick your ass, they would stab you. Now goth has turned into emo, and it's just weak as shit. But Bauhaus, and anybody back in the day listening to Bauhaus and The Cure, and unapologetically said, like, you know, we're sporting that shit. Dude, I knew some of those guys, they would fuck you up, dude. There were some tough guys back in the day. They grew up in that punk rock era, and then they just got depressed because they still lived in the city, and they had shit jobs, so they got all gloomy and listened to Bauhaus and The Cure. I knew some old school Mexican, Hispanic, Latinos, and gangbangers and shit that love The Cure. Have y'all heard that? That's a thing. It's a thing. They'll talk shit about all kinds of music. The Cure comes on, they get real quiet. They don't say anything while The Cure's playing. If anything else plays, they start talking shit again. It's like, it's how you know they respect. So any of that old school goth industrial, that mad respect for that era and those people. Sisters? You say Sisters. I'm not familiar with that one. Hendrix? Ooh, Hendrix is a legend guitar player. Part of the 27 Club. Look up the 27 Club and every artist in the 70s that died at the age of 27. They were sacrifices to Moloch. Janis Joplin, and then Kurt Cobain was one of them as well. There's a few of them. Look at all the artists that died at 27. They were sacrifices to Moloch. They were murdered. There's a reason why it's 27, because it takes 27 years for Saturn to return to the same place in the sky as the year you were born. A little bit of esoteric occult knowledge for you, and how corrupt and vile the music industry really is. Glad to help y'all. Fuck Freemasons. Fuck y'all. I know all your bullshit and your little fucking handshakes and countersigns and all that. Y'all. Fuck Freemasons. If you get a chance to, rattle their cage any chance you get. And here's the thing, a lot of your top cops, a lot of your cops that are called detectives, a lot of them are Freemasons, y'all. All your politicians are. Almost every single one of them is. It just shows that your country is controlled by a secret cabal of fucked up people that don't have your best interest in mind. That's why you need to listen to metal, arm yourself, train, and be prepared to overthrow these fucking tyrants and take our land back. Boom, boom! Just listen to some metal. Also mentioning Kinks. I'm familiar with the Kinks, but I can't recall anything by them. Put a pin in the Kinks. I don't remember the Kinks. The Clash. The Clash is like AC/DC. If you hear it in a song, hear it in a movie, it sounds great. Like Rock and Rolla, that movie, the guy who did Snatch, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Guy Ritchie. Look up Rock and Rolla if you haven't watched that one. It's in that trilogy. It's a trilogy. And Rock and Rolla features the Clash because one of the characters is in love with the Clash. And good movie. Watch it. Ramones. Can't hate on the Ramones. That's old school, man. Old school, real punk rock. Real punk rock. You said BOC, and I couldn't figure out what BOC was. Blue Oyster Cult. You're talking Blue Oyster Cult. Hey, I saw Blue Oyster Cult for a free show in Houston, Texas many, many years ago because this bar was opening up. Bikini Beach or something like that. Is that bar still around? Anybody been to it? Man, but they had a bunch of fucking hotties walking around in bikinis in the Texas sun serving you drinks. Blue Oyster Cult played for free. I fucking got blazed up and went and saw Blue Oyster Cult. They played Godzilla. The damn thing lasted like 15 minutes or some shit. Godzilla turned into a giant jam song. I'm not a huge BOC fan, but had a good time. High as a kite, looking at chicks in little skimpy bikinis. Baking in the Texas sun. Oh, listening to that. That was a good day. Glad I did that. I met a British guy who worked on the ships out from the ship channel. He caught out there. We got high. He bought me a couple of drinks. It's a great day. Thanks, German dude, for bringing back a memory for me. That was a good memory. Anyways, you got some other stuff. You still like them, appreciate them. That's cool. I rarely play them unless my woman wants me to just sit still for a few seconds. I feel you, dog. I feel you. Yeah, my old lady hates it when certain metal gets played because I get really excited and start hitting the punching bag and shit like that. Not her, I have a heavy bag I punch. Start lifting and shit like that. Start getting jazzed up. So, yeah. Yeah, man. We have the same problem with both of our old ladies. Yeah, for real, for real. Then you've got, the hardcore, the punk stuff. Yeah, this is 20 minutes long. This went longer than I thought. I'm going to finish this one and we're going to kill it. But he's got Minor Threat. Acceptable. Husker Du. Good on you for knowing who that is. A lot of punk people don't know that. Bad Brains. OG DC hardcore. Circle Jerks. Wasn't a huge fan of them, but I had some really good friends that loved that band. And, the test of time, they actually turned out to be better over the years than a lot of shit that got produced. Choking Victim. Never heard of that one. I learned something. And then you've got the mighty Skinny Puppy Ministry KMFDM. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The early 90s and 89 to 95 industrial. Yep. If you weren't listening to those three, yeah, man. Yeah, that was like required listening right there. Favorite KMFDM song? Virus. Oh, yeah. Watch that movie with Johnny Mnemonic with Keanu Reeves. KMFDM's in the soundtrack, so it's Stabbing Westward. I don't know why I remember that. It's because the song rolls on the credits, and it's actually really cool. Oh, it's a Stabbing Westward variant of a song that didn't that you had to get that soundtrack to get that song. That version of that song. And it's actually better than the radio version of the song. I don't know how that happened. Why do I know that? I don't know. I was alive in that time. Dude, Savage German guy, or German guy who's not a German guy. Shit, he had a second. He had a follow-up. Didn't you? Yeah. Oh, Cannibal, Carcass, Entomb, Death, Venom. Forcing a guy that you work with to listen to it. Not forcing, but yeah, that's a cool story. Go look at his comments in the non-metal one, y'all. Go read that comment on there. This dude. Say what's up to this dude. Anyways, over 20 minutes. Shit. I still got more to do. We'll see y'all next time.